Boy, we have a doozy of a show today. Let's get after it, Lego. Okay, fuck you.
Live from the BiffNet Studios World Headquarters in Spring, Texas, it's Barry on Deck, hosted by former ESPN Houston radio host and stand-up comedian Barry Laminack, starring Oliver the Cat. Written by Barry Laminack, produced by Barry Laminack, directed by, you guessed it, Barry Laminack, featuring sports, entertainment, special guests, film sessions, and some drinking. Okay, a lot of drinking. Viewer discretion is advised. And now, here's your host, Barry Laminack.
What's up, you damn dirty dickheads? Welcome to Barry on Deck. I am your host, Barry Laminack. Thank you guys for being here. Today is Wednesday, May 19, 2021, and this is episode number 256 of this godforsaken show. And I say that with all the love in the world. Why the fuck? I tried to do my little thingy thing here with the technologies, and it's all a goddamn mess. All right, can we all just get out of here? Okay, let's see if it works. Let me click the button to take me to the main screen. Oh, it worked. Okay, this raggedy bitch. Hey, it's a Whisker Wednesday. Welcome to the program. I'm your host, Barry Laminack. We have a banger of a show for you today. I say we, it's pretty much just... Oliver didn't even help today. Today on the show, I am so excited to have my guest. He is a friend of mine. He is a pal. He is a buddy. Haven't talked to him in forever, so that's how good of friends we are. Me and this dude go way back. And I mentioned it yesterday on the show, so I'm excited to say he confirmed he'll be here at 2:30. Collin Cantrell, ring announcer for Legacy Fights, former MMA fighter here in the city of Houston, all around hilarious dude. He got in a fight this weekend at the UFC fights in the concession stand area. We have video, we have pictures, but we have him to tell the story as to what happened. It's actually a really interesting story, and I think you're just going to love this dude because I do. I'm serious. He's one of my favorite human beings just because he always makes me laugh, and it's rare that people can do that. I laugh a lot, but he's legitimately funny. So I'm really looking forward to that at 2:30. Plus, it's a Whisker Wednesday, so we have animals for you. I have a special bonus animal for you today. Katie doesn't know about it, but it's a thing. So, we're going to have a good time. We got a lot to talk about. A fat soccer player whose dad bought a team and put him in the game. We're going to get to that. Shout out to producer White Magic for the link up on that. Not a very sportsy day overall. If you talk about the fights, I don't know why I'm standing like Trump. And then I just think you ever notice that Trump always had like a lean? I don't think you're just fat. We have a not sportsy show today. I didn't do a lot of, it's going to be soccer talk, Tony. I didn't do a lot of research into sports. It was legitimately 90% sports yesterday. So yes, we have sports topics with Jeter and the soccer and the fights at the fights, but we got a lot of other stuff to talk about. Gwyneth Paltrow's vagina candle exploded. We'll get to that. We'll get to that app where you get to choose people's lives. Maybe I'll sign up and let you guys decide what happens in my life on a day-to-day basis. Probably not. We'll talk about Twitter and a whole lot more. So tons to get to today. Let's get after it. As you guys know, we always start every show with the chat. So we have to shout out the chat. Jeff Bell in the building once again with another Triple Crown today. You raggedy bitches need to get on your jobs, okay? Jeff Bell, once again, first in the chat, first with the super chat. I'm sure he got the first like. Another Triple Crown. He invented the Triple Crown. He is the winner of the Triple Crown. Can we give it up? That's 2 days in a row. That's a double header Triple Crown. That's good shit, Jeff Bell. Let's get to the rest of the chat. shall we? And get shout outs to everybody in here. I see Aaron J. Bryant. PK is in the building. Hey, Seuss, what's up, buddy? He always says, sup, Barry and Deckheads. I love it every time. What's up, Housey? Hey, man, I'm sorry. I totally got caught up last night. I was going to stream with you, and we did a post-show meeting after Sports Riot, which I'm happy to announce. I don't know how it happened, you guys, but Sports Riot's now an affiliate. I thought we had to do like one more day. But we are officially an affiliate on Twitch after a few games, so I'm super excited about that. So we're gonna do that. But yeah, how sorry I didn't stream with you yesterday. I see Fidelis here. Hey, can we, Collin? Are you ready, buddy? I see Collin. All right, let's do this. Let's put all this on hold. We're gonna get to all this because I do not want to hesitate anymore. I want to. Oh, he just dropped out. What is happening? You good?
I'm here. Can you hear me okay, brother?
I can hear you, but I can barely see you. There you go. Little bit. Oh, you're looking good, buddy.
Yeah. Look at that.
It's a little choppy. Try back. Go. No, turn on the Wi-Fi. You're such a handsome man. Yeah, try back. Like, get the Wi-Fi.
All right, how we doing now?
Oh, that's much better. Better.
Let me turn on the light for you here, brother. Sorry.
Yeah, I miss your beautiful face. I forgot how sexy bald can be. Look at this son of a. Look at you.
Right.
I'm so hard right now. It's not even funny, Collin. Joining me on the show right now, Collin Cantrell, ring announcer for Legacy Fights. For how many years did you do that, Collin?
I want to say about 10 years, maybe.
Yeah.
10 years.
And I build you as an OG MMA fighter here in Houston. We're going to get to all of that and more. A whole lot more. We've been fucking around with the idea of you doing this show. In fact, when I texted you about it, I saw the previous text was like late 2020 or something. And I was like, you need to come on the show. And then we just never linked back up again. We've been meaning to do this for a long time. So
I love me some Barry Laminack. You know that, dude.
I love you too, man. This is going to be great. Now, we got to talk because it's obvious. It's written all over your face. How's the eye, first of all? Before we get into the story, how are you doing?
You know, it's funny. I've got some floaters in it. I'm going to go to the doctor, matter of fact, today to see if they can. I've had damaged eyes before. You know, my left eye, that's my right eye this time, but my left eye I've had detached retina before and had to have surgery. Oh,
damn. Is that from fighting?
Yeah, it was from training. I don't remember a specific event, you know, but it was from some type of blow that because you just lose a portion of your vision. It doesn't hurt. You don't realize it. You just have like a gray area, you know, in your vision where you move your finger and you can't see it. So, yeah, when I had that initial one, I had to have surgery, and so I had, at the time they saw some floaters in my other eye. And now it got worse after
after this. Well, let's tell people what happened. So I had to zoom in on that pretty face. Plus, it was weird. Like you were tall and I was wide.
See, I'm sorry.
No, you're good.
Okay, am I lined up good?
You're fine. Just you're don't worry about it. So
sorry, I get some better light.
No, you're perfect, man. So what the fuck happened, dude? Like, I know you're not a guy that goes and picks fights. And I saw the Facebook post but I didn't want to spoil it or tell it. I wanted you to tell the people what the fuck happened at the UFC fights this weekend.
Yeah, so good. Well, so man, it's crazy. I was early in the event, like during the prelims, I get up to go to the restroom. I'm walking, and right as I get close to the restrooms, I see this guy, about 20 years old, kind of stocky guy. He's got this female like pinned up against the wall, and he's being real aggressive with her. You could tell like his mannerisms. He was like leaning into her. She had a real frightened kind of look on her face. She had her hands up a little bit. I was like, man, it's not good. And then she tried to like slide away from him, and he like pushed her back in front of him. So then it elicited a reaction, but not just for me, but from some stranger that was right behind me. He saw the same thing. He literally said the same thing at the same time that I did. We both went, "Hey, dude," you know, and it just, I was like, yeah, man, like, dude, what are you doing? So, you know, I got in between them, and he, backed off immediately. The guy was a coward, man. He was like, oh man, I've never hit a female. And of course his girlfriend was like, this is my boyfriend. It's nothing. He's drunk. And I was like, look, y'all, both of y'all, there's nothing you could tell me that's going to make me feel like this is appropriate. Right. Yeah. And okay.
I just saw him push you back into the wall. It's not okay.
Like not good. So, I don't know if I'm frozen. Sorry. So anyway, I calmed the situation down, and I calmed down the other guy who I didn't know more than I calmed them down, because he was ready to escalate even more. And I was like, no, just look, go. You're drunk. Go back to your seat. This is a good warning for you. So
let me pause for a second, because I want people to know this. Like, you're a fighter. You grew up fighting. I mean, you fought. I mentioned yesterday. You fought Eve Edwards, one of my favorite fighters of all time. Right. Many years ago, like 100 years ago, was it? I don't remember. It was like they had the dinosaurs. Yeah, dude. Oh my God.
Yep. Yeah. It was in the 90s.
So you're a fighter. You're trained.
To Goo Goo Dolls.
I had just met my wife. Jesus, that's a long time ago. 23 years. So you're a fighter, but you're not that guy. You don't go around picking fights. You go around trying to avoid them and stop them. But if you need to, you will. So you could have knocked this dude. You could have done whatever you wanted. You chose not to. You diffused the situation and walked away, right?
That's right. Yep. Okay. Yep. Diffused it, walked away. No big deal. Went back to my seat, I'm sitting with a plethora of MMA talent. I've got Daniel Pineda sitting there. I've got Ike Villanueva, Adrian Yanez, Lauren Murphy, Joe Murphy. Like,
bunch of UFC people
sitting in this group. Yeah, and Mike Jackson. We're all sitting as this group. And I tell them all, I was like, man, y'all are going to believe what I just witnessed. Like, it was crazy, this guy, doing this at all places, doing it at a UFC. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like, you were talking about testosterone and some bad brothers, and sisters. People there, you never know who's going to be in the crowd.
Never know.
I know that by walking through it, going.
You can see the ears. You just look at the ears. Don't fuck with that dude.
That's
don't
right.
Fuck with that dude.
Yeah, exactly. So, I'm just telling them this whole story. Brendan Allen, Ryan Spann, all these people are sitting with us. I'm telling the story to them. They're, I'm like, I couldn't believe it. This idiot. So, fast forward about an hour, I get up and I go to meet Patrick Hutton to get a beer. Patrick texted me. He's like, hey, man, let's have a beer. He wasn't
also
with me,
a former fighter.
Absolutely. I'll be up there. Absolutely. And still fights. Like,
does he still fight? Okay.
Long ago. Yeah, he's still crazy active. So, a sweet guy too, by the way.
Yeah.
So I take my son Cade, and we go up to get something to eat. And as we're standing in line, I look to my left, and there's the guy that had pushed his girlfriend right beside me, 3 feet from me. And we've caught eyes, and it was kind of awkward. And I said, you know what, man? Honestly, I said, here's an opportunity to talk to this guy. Like earlier, it was all hyped, whatever. So I put my arm around him. I said, man, and I did it in a nice way. I said, hey,
not aggressive, like, come here, buddy,
or whatever. Yeah. No, like a big brother thing. I was like, man, I know you were drunk earlier. I said, but look, man, I want to give you some advice. I said, you got a beautiful girl, and she was a knockout. I said, you got a beautiful girlfriend who obviously loves you. Man, whatever that was, dude, you got to get that out of your life. Like, she's going to leave you. Like, there's nobody's going to stay with you with that, man. So, and immediately he was like, man, I never hit her. I've never hit. And he wasn't trying to hear it. You know what I mean? Like, he still wasn't connecting it. So I was like, you know what, man? Hey, have a good night. You know what I mean? Like, I'm not going to waste my time. So I go back to my son and Patrick, and I told him, I was like, hey, this is the guy that, beside me is the guy that I had this, confrontation with earlier. And my son looks over, and he's like, which guy? The one in the red? When I look back, man, the guy was gone. And I was like, well, that's weird, because he was next in line to order food. So I was like, man, that's weird. It stood out to me like he's that embarrassed. That's what I'm thinking. He's that embarrassed
that he didn't want to be near you. He just left.
That wasn't the case. So Yeah, that wasn't what he was thinking. He was going to get his dad, who was about my age. I felt like he was about my age. So him and his dad, I'm standing in line. They come walking around the corner to see me, and I see him there, and I'm like, "This is." I could tell the energy wasn't
You just
good.
know, right? You just know.
I knew, man.
It's about to go.
So,
You've been in enough fights to know how it starts.
Yeah.
Like, you know that vibe you get when a fight's about to happen, right?
It was bad energy. So of course, I'm gonna match energy with energy. I was like,
yes, you will.
Hey, what's up? Is there a problem? And the dad said, this is my son. I said, and I figured that. I said, did he tell you what he did to that female up against the wall back there in the bathroom? He said, I don't care. He said, you're not going to confront my son. And I said, I'm going to confront anybody, you, your son, anybody that I walk up on that's doing that to a female.
Amen.
Period.
Amen.
And so then the words escalated quickly. And then he threw the first punch, push, I don't even remember kind of what it was, the dad, but he like pushed me or something. And I grabbed him immediately, put him in a rear naked choke and put him on the ground and choked him. I think he went limp. It was quick. But the whole time I'm getting wailed on. And poor Patrick, my son doesn't even know what's going on. He's still ordering food. And the woman's like going.
He's like, Dad, what do you want? He's not looking at you like, Dad, what do you want? You're behind him just fucking.
Like, I'm getting thumped on. And Patrick Hutton's like, hey, y'all break it up. Like,
boys.
Dude, I'm literally holding on this guy's neck and I'm getting punched and I'm thinking to myself, I probably got about 3 or 4 more to take before Patrick steps in. You know what I mean?
Yeah, you're like,
before he realizes, like, I'm going to take some shots. True that. I'm going to take some shots, and he's trying to figure out what's going on, and So, but I'm like, it's going to stop. So, I was right, it did, but he got this shot in during that. Before you could still. So there's a video.
I have video. We're gonna break it down together.
Yeah, all right.
We're gonna fight announce your video together. It's gonna be great.
I love it.
I'm super impressed with the grappling. You still got it. We're gonna break it down.
Oh yeah, brother. So anyway, then I guess so it stops. I can look up for a minute, and I don't remember this. I just remember going. I remember controlling the guy and talking to the dad. After I stopped getting punched, I started talking to the dad. I wasn't talking to him like I was putting him down until I stopped getting punched. And then as soon as that happened, I told him basically like, dude, I just want you to know I could eat you alive right now, but I'm not going to.
Fuck you up.
I said, I haven't hit you yet. Yeah, I haven't hit you yet.
You never hit him one time?
I never punched anybody. Never threw a punch. I didn't want to because I didn't want to get kicked out, man. Yeah. Like I knew that this was not going to go. I knew exactly what was going to happen. I knew the cops were going to come, and I was like, if I'm not punching anybody, I get to stay.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying. And so,
and you being good friends with Mick, like you and Mick are best friends. The last thing you need is the matchmaker of the USC's best friend fighting in the nacho stand.
Dude,
Mick's like, what the fuck? Hey, brother, what are you doing?
Hey, mate. Of course, Mick is the exact opposite of what you think a corporate vice president for a major league organization.
He would have jumped in. He'd have totally.
That's exactly right. He was like, oh, are they still there? Like he was ready to leave and come. Like
people don't know Mick's a badass, man. He trained.
Dude, he's aggressive too. Like he wouldn't put up with this either. No. Like he would throw it all out the window. Yeah. But so anyway, I'm talking to the dad, and I'm like, and Patrick, I guess, lets go of the son. Like he chokes the son out, or has him to choke. The son gives up. So Patrick takes his word. He made a fist fight, pinky promise that he wasn't going to do anything else.
And, I was like, are you going to be cool?
Patrick,
yeah. Okay.
Yeah. Street fight pinky promise he's going to be good. And so Patrick's, he's so sweet. He's got he trusts everybody.
But he said he was going to be good.
Yeah. He was more mad about that than anything. He's like, man, dude, that guy lied to me. Stupid ass. I love him.
Bro, he said he wouldn't do anything.
He said he wasn't going to do it. Collin, that punch, you remember that punch that you felt like that big one?
We have it too
he said
on
he wasn't
video.
going to do that. Yeah, that's a good one, dude. It's a good one to share.
Oh, we're going
to. Hey, by the way, here's my cat.
Oh my God, look at that big boy. Dude, it's a Whisker Wednesday too on the show. We feature animals. Look at that big boy.
That's awesome. Yeah, look at it.
Look at that chunky thing. Oh my God, he's definitely fighting heavyweight. Yeah. Look at that.
Oh, God dang, man. Yeah, he's a mean one too.
Oh, man.
So I'm sitting there and I guess Patrick, you know what? I'm going to save this for the video. The rest of it would be better to share with the video.
Well, the funny thing, so this is the aftermath of the fight. This is you after the fight, but you went back to your seat, which you said because you didn't throw a punch that the cops were like, nah,
that's right.
You're good.
By the way, so the cops, I'll tell you after the video what happened after the fight, kind of give the full context at the end of that. But when I went back to my seat, the word had already spread around that I had gotten a fist fight. So Derek Lewis FaceTimes me from his seat down cage side to see
there it is. Okay? Yeah. I grabbed it. And of course you're laughing. You would have just gotten in a fight and gotten your eye dotted up like that and be laughing. And of course Derek's laughing as well.
Yeah.
By the way, speaking of Derek Lewis, did you see where somebody broke into the dude's truck while he was there? Dude, who the fuck? You picked the wrong of all. Was it you that said of all the vehicles in the city of Houston?
The most dangerous, but all the trucks in Houston.
You bring into Derek Lewis's truck while he's around.
Dude, he can catch you. I bet Derek can't run very fast.
No.
So, man,
fast enough to catch you if you're breaking into his shit. All right, I got the video. Let's do this. Now, it's not very long, but I think there's enough for the people to consume here. So let me turn the sound down on this.
I got it now. Yeah, 10-4.
All right, so where are we at this moment? I see, just so people can see, the guy on the ground in the white, that's the dad.
Yeah. That's the dad.
The elbow under his chin is yours. This is where you had already choked him out, and I guess he had gone limp. The guy in the gray to the right is the son.
That's right.
And the guy on his back in the black shirt with the gold on the sleeve is Patrick Hutton.
That's right.
And your son is directly behind all of that with the blonde hair.
That's right.
So now we know all the characters in this as we step through this.
That's right.
So great. All right. So now Hutton. Oh, my bad. So now, so we see Hutton getting the sun off of you. All right. Good move. Yeah. He locks it in. He gets the legs in. Gets his hooks in. Yeah, good job, Patrick Hutton.
And he didn't cross his ankles. I was proud about that too.
Yeah,
he wasn't susceptible to an ankle lock. So it's good form.
So, good form. So now this is where the internet went nuts for you, Collin. Neon belly time, baby. Oh, my God, it was beautiful. Yeah. This is how, if you're ever watching a fight at home and you see somebody do that right there, if you're ever at home watching a fight, or if you're fighting somebody and they do that, get up and run. Yeah. Because they're about to choke the ever-living shit out of you or pull your arm off and beat you with it.
Yeah, right.
I really thought, and when I first saw this and I saw you go knee on belly, I was like, oh, he's gonna pull his arm off right here. He's probably gonna break his elbow in half, and then just beat the shit out of him with it. But knee on belly was the dead giveaway. And dude, everything I saw on the internet was like, yo, Collin Cantrell's grappling on point. I loved it.
Texas A&M underwear. See that? That's a nice,
nice touch. Got them Aggie draws.
That's the kinds with those are the Joey patch ones. They have the little sack for you to put all your junk in. They're pretty good.
They're very nice. How much weed did you smuggle in there with them? Anyways,
good question.
So here we are. And now at this point, you got to be feeling pretty good about your chances.
Yeah. I know I'm good now, so I'm not worried about him. He's flopping around, so I think I even pivot to the other side.
Yep.
It's simple, of course. This guy's checking.
So this dude checks his drink, which pissed me off. He's like, let me get my Sprite. I'm like, no, bro, stay on the action. So now you're on the other side. You're going for mount here.
Yeah.
Go ahead. Keep going. So tell me what's going through your mind.
So at that point, I'm not thinking. I'm just reacting still. You know what I mean? Like I know that he's moved to grab my leg, so I thought about guillotining him. I did.
Right
I thought
here?
about putting a mean guillotine. But I was like, if I go to my back, it could get bad. So I decided to sprawl out instead. And now I could see that Patrick has, I'm not getting punched anymore. So here's kind of where I start to talk to the dad. So I'm talking to him here, and I'm trying to calm him. And so Patrick, this is the pinky promise. This is fist fight pinky promise. Says, you're going to stay here, right? He's like, yes. All right. Well, I'm going to go try to get Collin off your dad. And so by that point, I took my arm. I'm starting to let it go, and I'm trying to tell him. I told him I'm going to let you up, and he charges back into me like an idiot. You know what I mean?
Yeah. So right there. Oh,
again.
Yeah. So right there. Yeah, we saw it.
Right, yeah,
so right here, you're letting him up, and he lunges forward again, like, you want some more? I bet he yelled, "Do you want some more?" It's always a motherfucker on bottom with a knee in his belly, getting choked, yelling, "Do you want some more?" When everybody stands up.
Yeah. So I grabbed that. I block him, and now I'm locked in on him with the whizzer, and I'm trying to determine what my next move's going to be.
Yeah.
And then
a broken pinky promise. What the fuck? I want to know
now,
right when you got caught with that, because that's a pretty nice shot. I ain't gonna lie. Listen,
it was
he got you pretty solid. Is that what blacked to the eye there?
No, so that was the other side. He didn't. I thought I got kicked too. By the way, I thought it was a kick because I didn't see
is that how hard he hit you?
I don't have any vision. Well, yes, and I don't have any vision now. My left eye, like my peripheral's gone, so I don't see that coming at all. I just feel like a big jolt, and I was like, and I heard the whole crowd go, "Ooh!" And I was like, you know what? Yeah, you're right. You got me. That was a ooh. Okay. Yeah.
Oh, that's hilarious. All right, so now
I promise you. So
go ahead.
pinky promise, fist fight pinky promise broke
his promise.
Dude,
so
I'm
now
gonna tell you right here. I started thinking about hitting the dad. I was like, you know what? Somebody needs to get punished other than me. It's not fair. But then here comes the whole family. So that's his mama.
Okay, so now the mom is in trying to get Patrick Hutton off of the son's back, who just cheap shotted you because you didn't punch his dad. You're just holding him down.
Yeah. And she's cheap shotting Patrick with her cell phone. She's hitting him in the face with her cell phone.
So great.
Like multiple times, dude. Multiple times.
Great. And then I saw Kate got one in. We got to work on his technique, bro.
I know. I'm working on it.
Come on, Dad. You ain't passing this down. I mean, like, how are you going to start your own jiu-jitsu camp like the Gracies? You can't be having Carlos out here not able to grapple and punch.
Yeah, we're gonna work on that.
I mean, it wasn't a great kid, not a great punch. Like, listen, not the best.
Yeah, kind of. I'd have moved that mama's head out of the way. Is what I'd have done. You know what? We're gonna have to get a little better aim here.
Well, at least he didn't hit her. That was the important thing.
Yeah, no, he didn't. He's a gentleman.
So what's going on? This looks like a tug of war. Like, you're just in the middle. I bet you're in the middle going, what the fuck, y'all?
I am. And then this guy gets my neck. He gets my back.
Oh, right here. But he don't know what to do with it. He don't know what the fuck he's doing.
No, he didn't. And that's why I was trying to just get up at this point. But then I was like, oh, he's got my back. He's got my neck. So I start protecting my neck. And
immediately grabbed his wrist. I see.
He just slides right off,
Pop that head out. Good job, man. That's good ass grappling, boy.
Yeah.
Little forearm to the throat right there. Wrist control. Man, this is like shit. I just need to be holding y'all's hands like 3 points to 2. Cantrell. Like, this is fucking great.
That's right. That's exactly right. So I'm telling the cop already, man, I didn't hit nobody, dude. I didn't hit him. I didn't punch anybody. I'm just, a victim.
The mom threw more punches than anybody, apparently.
She did. At least during this segment, because somebody hit me with something before the video started, because I had some swelling on my eyes.
Wow.
Yeah.
So the cops show up. Yeah. We've got the dad on his knees, probably wishing this hadn't happened. The son is obviously in trouble now.
Good picture of the dad, by the way. This snapshot. This is what should be. is the dad laying there, sprawled out with me wrapped around his neck.
Right there.
And the only people protecting him are his wife and his son.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like this is
it.
where you're at in your life, buddy.
You, by the way,
got a man that just laid you down in the field.
Ragdolled you, and you walked up to this. I didn't come find you. You came to me for this. You found this. It's so great, Collin.
Right.
Now, it gets better, right? Now, this is UFC 260 what? Like, what was the card number 260?
262.
262.
Yeah,
the main event was Charles Oliveira, who trained here in Houston with Makako for a very long time. Does he still train with Makako, by the way? I don't even know. I don't even keep up with him.
Yeah,
now.
for sure.
Oh, he does?
Yeah, absolutely.
So they trained here in Houston for a very long time, and he's fighting Michael Chandler.
Right. Now, I want to say this. I thought... Because let me go through the end of the story, and then I'll get you to that.
Yeah. Catch me back.
So I go.
Told Dallas said that was UFC 262 and a half that you were in.
Yeah. Yes.
You were in 262 and a half. Okay, got it.
Oh, yeah, whatever.
You won fight of the night for sure.
262.5. I love it. So we go to this little police station inside the Toyota Center, and the cops are asking us everything, what happened, and taking our statements, and they asked me if I want to press charges, and I said absolutely. I said yes. I said and they said, what, who you want to press him on? I said, well, I'm not going to press him on the dad because he didn't get any good shots in, man. That's not right. You know what I'm saying?
It's gotta be worth
But the son, yeah.
That's why I love you, Collin, because you're like, I kind of ragdolled him. I don't want him to have to go to jail too. He's got to live with the fact that his wife landed more shots in a street fight than he did.
Yes, that's exactly right. I couldn't live with myself if I tried to say that he assaulted me in any way, shape, or form.
It wasn't.
There's maybe
some
so funny. It was not. So the son goes to jail. The dad gets kicked out. And Patrick's like, dude, please let me buy you that beer. I was like, absolutely. Yes. So we go right back to the bar, and Patrick buys me a beer. Great. And to our left is the wife that was hitting Patrick with a cell phone and the girlfriend. They're still right there beside us, maybe 8 feet from us.
Oh,
and I'm like,
shit.
God dang, that's who this whole thing is over.
Yeah.
And so there's these guys in between us that were at the bar, and they turned and looked at us and said, were y'all the ones in the fight? And I was pointing to my eyes like, yeah. He's like, dude, you know who that was, right? I was like, no. He's like, dude, they're with Michael Chandler. And I was like, what? He's like, yeah. So I didn't, man, I didn't think to go, how do you know that or whatever. I just started telling people, dude, somebody at the bar told me it was Michael Chandler's family. So I looked up a picture of Michael Chandler's dad, not his dad.
Not his dad. Okay. Okay.
Not his dad. So, but now I'm trying to figure out, I don't know who these people are. I'm going to find out. And when I do, I'm going to let everybody know. But I don't know yet. So yesterday, Mike Jackson tweeted it and tagged Michael Chandler.
Oh, fuck. Of course Mike Jackson would do that.
Yeah. So Michael Chandler responded and said, nope, that's not my family, and I don't know any of those people.
Oh, wow.
So now we know.
Okay.
If they were anybody, they were fans, but they were not a part. So I
either that or he's not claiming them after he knows the whole story behind it. He's probably like, I don't know those people.
That's Uncle Rico. God bless.
I told Bobby to stop pushing on Karen like that, but he don't fucking listen. I told him. My cousin Bobby don't fucking listen. Oh, that's some funny shit. Dude, this is not, how many street fights would you say you've been in your life, Collin?
Since in the last, I'd say maybe since college.
Yeah.
Not that many, maybe 4 or 5, where it was some type of altercation, be it I caught a guy trying to steal something one time when I worked at Rent-A-Center, and I did some bad stuff to him. Of course, I have the story at the gas station, which we don't talk about. That's a bad one.
Why not?
That was before the Fury event that time. I don't know if you remember that one, but that was
No.
That's a classic one. But
you can't tell it? You can't tell me?
Man,
I don't remember. I bet as soon as you start telling, I'm going to be like,
dude, that one, I didn't leave. I wasn't nice to the guy. It did not end. It's a good one. It's a good one. Maybe, you know what? We'll save that one for another episode.
Look at you. You are a goddamn professional at this. That is how you do it.
Yeah.
That is how you do it.
Hey, honestly, man, that one had me worried for a long time. I'm going to tell you like this. It went down in a gas station parking lot, and I've driven by that gas station multiple times and just try to see if there's a camera. You know what I'm saying?
Just to see if they have evidence? Really?
Yeah, man, nobody can prove nothing except my word. So that's why it wasn't like this at all. Right.
Yeah.
So,
yeah.
But it deservedly so too.
Of course.
But
you're not the kind of guy that just goes around picking fights with people. That is not you.
No.
I mean, you talk about Patrick Hutton being a sweetheart. You are a sweetheart.
Yeah.
You are the kindest, funniest, nicest dude in MMA. Like,
I appreciate that, but I got a mean streak too for people that are
that fuck with you or fuck with other people. Yes,
that's right. It's more people.
Uh-oh. He'll be back. We'll let him get reconnected for a second. This is why I wanted him on, man. I mean, I'm telling you guys, when I tell you Collin is an old school MMA guy, an old head when it comes to MMA. This dude, literally 1998. I want you to think about that for a second. We'll get him back. He's going to pop back on. He's got to go to the doctor, obviously, for the eye in a minute, but we've tried to get this in between 2:30 and 3. But this is the thing you need to know about Collin. Like, this dude goes back to 1998. MMA and the cat got him. MMA and the UFC was just like, it wasn't even that popular at the time. Like it was nothing like it is now. And this dude is back then doing these things. So, all right, we got you back now. I was just telling people they don't understand about fighting and the pedigree that you have going back to 1988. MMA wasn't even mainstream at all. Like the UFC, like this was all new to everybody. And you go back that far.
Yeah, no doubt. I mean, I'm not very good. I'm not going to claim that I am, especially not compared to real fighters. Barry, I'm not a real fighter by
okay. No, and I would agree
around
with you.
With them enough to be able to protect myself against your average Joe, right?
That's the thing is you have you're not. I mean, tell them the story about you fighting Eve Edwards in Houston here, which is
that was dumb. I was an idiot. I'm lucky that I'm
tell
talking
the story.
To you about it. Oh my God! So in 1998, I was managing a rent-a-center in Navasota, Texas. I would study jiu-jitsu, but I did Japanese jiu-jitsu at the time. It was really more like a shoot fighting. So it was based like a grappling jiu-jitsu, but it just wasn't very, there was only one jiu-jitsu instructor really around, even in Houston. Like there wasn't that many. So
was it Tim Mosel? Is that who it was?
Well, I take that back. There's probably more in Houston, but again, I was in College Station area. I was living in College Station. So the place that I trained basically went to seminars, brought the info back. So it's not like they were they weren't even a blue belt level jiu-jitsu.
Right.
You know, they had some chain submissions that they knew, watched some videos, whatever. So that's about all the background I had. Now I would roll every week, I would go and train, but these guys didn't know what they were doing. Right.
Yeah.
So I thought though I was ready to fight.
You're like, I'm ready. Bring on hoist.
Yeah, let's hold my beer. So I had this. I heard that they were having an event in Humble. So I called up the radio station that I heard it on and said, "Hey, how do I get in touch with the promoter?" And they told me, they gave me his number. So I called the guy. The guy was, people who are in the know the guy, but he was the manager for Oleg Toktarov and a lot of those old school guys. Dirty guy, man, shady.
You're not gonna get paid.
Yeah, no.
At least not all of it.
So,
yeah.
No, so I go and tell the guy, call him. He says, "Yeah, we could use you. Just show up, and give me a call when you get there." So all right, so I did that.
No weigh-ins, no.
Yeah, no medicals, no weigh-ins.
No, like, do you have a fucking heart arrhythmia? Do you have a fucking
nothing.
blood work? Do you have AIDS? Do you have hepatitis? Are you are you able to fight? Have you ever fought? What's your amateur record? They give a fuck. Right. They're just like, show up.
Care.
Oh my God, that's hilarious.
I show up and we're standing there, and so anyway, I get there and he gets me in there. We go into the fighters to the rules meeting, And basically in the rules meeting, they vote on the rules. They're like, all right, who wants to allow? So at this time, there was no sanctioning body. So there's no gloves, but you couldn't hit with a closed fist to the face. You could only hit with open palms. But you could do closed fist to the body. You could elbow to the face. You could
Which
knee
made
to the
no
face. You
sense.
could headbutt.
Yeah.
You could do all that. You could just not hit with a closed fist, because then it falls under the purview of the boxing commission. Everything else, though, is completely legal. So they voted on rules. Like, do we want to do headbutts? No headbutts. All right, we're going to do elbows? Yes, elbows. Knees? Yes, knees. So they go through all these rules, and it's a gentleman's agreement to not hit with closed fist. But if you hit with closed fist, basically it just turns into a bare knuckle fight. The referee just goes, open your hands,
and that's
all they do.
But they don't warn you, no points, no penalties,
there's no point deduction. Right. So I get there, and we sit down, we get ready for the rules meeting, and dude, this huge guy with this big handlebar mustache, he's ripped, he's big. He comes in, he's probably about 235. At the time, I was about 155 pounds. So he comes in and he's explaining the rules. And the guy that came with me, I leaned over to him. I was like, dude, look at that dude. That guy's scary. And he goes, man, I saw that guy get whipped by a little bitty black guy, dude. And I was like, what? He's like, yeah. I was like, well, that's crazy, right? So they go through all the matchups. And then after they do all the matchups, they go and alternate Collin Cantrell. And I was like, alternate? This isn't a tournament.
You know how many
what I mean?
VHS tapes I watched
between now? Yeah, you know how many you know how many VHS tapes I've watched to get to this moment? You know, I brought my cup, man. So
you're like, it's not a tournament. Ain't nobody dropping out. God damn it.
I went to Walmart and bought a mouthpiece, and I had to cut the
didn't even boil it.
edge of that boiled it. You know, so anyway, he goes, well, he said, I'll tell you what, he said, we got one guy that's fighting somebody that's way out of his weight class, but he's your weight, but he's got a lot of experience. And I was like, I don't care, man, I'm down. You know, I came to fight, I want to fight, I don't care who I fight, let's just fight.
Like, pause for a second. This tells you the mentality. There are so many people, you always hear about fight or flight. You always hear about guys that are like, I don't give a fuck, let's just scrap. That is in your DNA, Collin. Like, that is just, it wouldn't have mattered if that dad would have showed up and he would have been 6'8", 270. You'd have been like, well, let's go, big boy. I mean, that is because me, I'd have been like, oh no, I'm good. We got, the meter's almost done. I'm out. Okay. See you later.
Yeah. I was that until about 8:15 that night. That all changed after that. Actually, I learned a lot about myself. I am not that guy. It's not in my DNA. I'm just an idiot. There's a difference. All right? Because idiots can learn. DNA you can't change. Idiots, they learn. And I learned something.
That is so funny.
Anyway, I'm standing there. Of course, guy comes up to me and says, hey, man, nice to meet you. I'll be fighting you tonight. I said, all right, good. We'll have a beer afterwards. He said, all right, cool. So he leaves. And I turned, and my friend, my partner guy was like this. I was like, what? He's like, that's the little black guy that whooped that big dude. I was like,
oh my God.
No, I've made a huge mistake.
I done funked up now. Holy shit.
So everybody kept coming up to me all night going, are you fighting tonight? Is it your first fight? And I was like, yeah. They're like, because they could tell. Like, I looked like Tim Lashley for a minute there. You know what I mean? Like, warming up, you know? They're like, first fight? I was like, yeah. They're like, who are you fighting?
Ever?
Said, some guy named Eves. And they were like, oh. They're like,
nice knowing you, buddy.
I'll never forget, dude. They were like, dude, he said, man, serious question. Do you know how to block knees? And I was like, I mean, yeah. No.
Wait a minute.
I've watched videos on it. I've never had real life practice.
They really use their knees? I thought that was just thrown in for the purposes of discussion.
Yeah. Right. Will he do that? So fast forward. Eve's such a good sport. Man, he knew. I started getting worried, dude. I was getting scared. I'm sitting in there. I'm about to throw up. A guy comes in the dressing room right before us, and I'm talking about his head was split open. I've never seen any of this. He's pouring blood out of his head. there, and I'm like, that's me. That's me. Like I may be like seeing me, like from above or something. Like, am I alive right now?
Is this an outer body experience?
Yeah,
am I alive
right now? Of course, we're all sharing the
Did
same
it already
bathroom.
happen? Is this happening?
We're all in the same locker room, right?
Yeah, there's no blue
no.
locker room, red locker room. It's just everybody you just fought locker room.
Right. So he comes up and sits next to me, and he's like, "Hey, man, it's your first fight." I was like, yeah." He goes, "Dude, we'll take it at your pace." I said,
"Oh,
okay.
What a champion!"
Yeah,
right?
Yeah. So we come out, man. Outlaw Dave announced me, right? So
nice.
That was cool.
Yeah.
So I get there, and we're in the ring, and I'm ready. I think I am. And as soon as they say start, a fight breaks out in the crowd, and they break us up. And I was like, I had built up all this, like, okay, man, okay, let's do this. And then a fight breaks out in the crowd, and I'm like, oh God, we got to do this. So then finally, they said, okay, ring, right? So I come forward, and Eves kicked me so fast, I just felt my leg buckle. And then I was like, what was that? You know what I mean? Like, I didn't even see it. It was so fast.
You're like Chris Tucker and fucking, which one of y'all hit me?
Yeah. So, dude, I immediately panicked and shot in for a double leg, and to no avail. And
he's guard. Oh, nice.
Yeah, I pulled him down, and then he posted up, and the one jiu-jitsu move that I knew was the grab their heels, put your knees in their chest, and sweep them.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
And I have done that a bunch of times in the gym, just not with literally the minute his back hit the mat, he was standing up again. And I was like, well, I didn't know you could do that. You know what I mean? Like, once you do that sweep, they're supposed to be on their back, and then you come up on top of it.
And then they give you a second.
I was in trouble. Dude, I was in trouble. So he
oh my God.
He moves into he pops back up. So anyway, I pull him. He gets back in my guard, and he starts working me a little bit. But dude, he's just kind of butterfly hitting me. He's not hitting me hard. So I hit him pretty hard because I knew that if I don't do something, he's going to go light, right? Yeah. So and his corner's going nuts. They're going, dude, what are you waiting on? Like, destroy this guy.
Fucking idiot.
Yes, dude, they had no clue of what Tim Moussel's in his corner. They have no idea what he's doing.
Oh, that's right.
Yeah,
he did train under corner. Tim.
So he and you know who else is in his corner? Len Oding. Do you know who that is?
I remember the name. I don't know who it is.
So what's crazy about Len is a quick side note. Len was a great fighter at that time. He was best friends with Eves. But Len went on to become a director in Hollywood. He directed Boys in the Hood, the movie. Like, he's got, dude, he bought his dad a Lamborghini for his birthday. Like, Len Oding may be the craziest success story to come out of all that, because he now is a Hollywood director.
That's crazy.
Like, he's done a lot of TV shows, but Boys in the Hood is his biggest one that I know of.
Nice.
Recently. Anyway, so side note to that. So they're going nuts. So I hit Eves, and in that I felt he'd turn it up. Like, he turned it up right then. He was like, in a nice way, but okay, you're challenged. You want some of this, and I'm talking to him. I'm going, dude, let's go. So he does. He lets go, and he starts firing on me a little bit. And I kind of post up, and he pivots. Like, he starts to pass my guard, and as soon as he does, he pivots around, puts me in a knee bar, and I'm done. He's got it. So yeah.
That is
about a good minute, 20 seconds of action.
And all of that it took you longer to tell it than the fight lasted.
Yes, exactly. Believe me. But such a good guy.
He made me fall in love with MMA. I was literally talking about this yesterday because I was hoping you would tell this story, because it's a legendary story in MMA. Because you've been around so long, when you had the Death Row MMA, with the gym, and you were the ring announcer for Legacy forever, and you've been a matchmaker, and just been around the scene. And you're beloved in the scene, and that story is literally one of the best. But he made me get, like, dude, I would have never been into MMA in the first place if I hadn't seen that jumping knee. And I showed the video yesterday. I forget the name of the dude he knocked out, but I just was watching these
Josh, dang, he went to Strikeforce. His name's Josh something.
It was an Elite XC fight, and he's got him, that dude had a single leg.
Oh, you're not talking about the kick. You're not talking
I'm talking about the jumping knee.
Yeah, I got you. Yeah,
the jumping knee that he knocked.
Got so many highlights, dude.
Dude's got him in a single leg, and he's just kind of hopping, putting pressure on his head, pushing it down, trying to get out. And then I think he just decided, no, fuck this. And he jumps on one leg, pop, knock the dude out, fight over. And I was like, oh, I'm into this shit, and that's my guy. Yeah. Then I find out he fights in Houston, or I was like, oh, this is the greatest shit ever. Oh, man, he made me love the sport. And he's probably done that for a lot of people. Like you said, that dude's a highlight reel.
Well, that Josh Thompson kick was it's still one of the greatest knockout kicks in UFC history. Yeah. That's where Josh had his back, or he had Josh's back, and he like pushed Josh forward and chased him. Josh ran away from him, and he chased him. And as soon as Josh turned around, he was already in the air and kissing his shin. And it was like, bam,
beautiful.
Dude. Yeah, that could have been me. He could have done all those. He could have
done in a minute 20.
At the same time, all of it.
You've seen so much of Houston MMA. Are you like, I forget who I was talking to about this, but there was the time, and it's not that I think I happened to be a part of it, but when the Cage Door and Legacy were growing together in this city, it felt like that might have been the peak of Houston MMA.
It was a pinnacle.
Is it?
But you know why?
Why?
Here's why. Because it was all one group. It was one family. Yeah. This weekend was a reminder that it's not what I loved. I got out of this completely, not because I don't love the guys that I work with the LFA and with Invicta, but because it grew out of what I loved. Our love was, I saw the same people at every event. I saw the same. We all went to the same website. We were all in the same Facebook group. It was a big family. Yeah. And
a dysfunctional family, but it was family.
Absolutely. But it was family, and everybody loved each other, and we had teams fight each other, but still at the end of the day, it was all Houston MMA, Yeah. And so you're right. And the Cage Door was absolutely the pinnacle. So
well, it's funny because our first real event that we covered was the first Legacy Pro fight, and that's what I tell people. We covered a Saul Solis, but he didn't know who the fuck. It was just me and Richard and an idea. That's literally all we had. So he's like, here's 2 tickets, and he sat us up in the very top, and fucking we're taking pictures with a fucking like Polaroid. I'm just up there like, all right, this is going on the website. I will scan it later. Like fucking Rich is taking notes, dude. I didn't know shit about MMA. I called it a head kick to the head. Like I didn't know what the fuck. I called it a wizard. I was like, oh, he's got a wizard. Is that a wizard? Rich was like, wizard. Yeah. There's no D in wizard. Like you fucking idiot. What am I dealing with here? Like I don't know. So I had to start training just to fucking learn the sport and the lingo. But dude, it really was like I think it just happened to coincide the Cage Door and Legacy and the fact that Mick's a great dude and invited us in, and we were able to get some. It was just a beautiful thing, man. The synergy there for about 3 years. And to think about what that time frame produced as far as a fighter base. I realized like Mike Swick and Eves and some of those cats, came out of here before. But when you look at the crop of UFC fighters that Legacy produced in that time frame, pretty amazing.
Yeah, before that time, we didn't have anybody except, like you said, Eves and Mike Swick. And Mike didn't live here when he was fighting in the UFC.
Oh yeah, he moved as soon as he made it.
Yeah. Right. And Eves did, but he was kind of the lone one, and none of them came. But when Legacy started to produce them, we started with, first one was Daniel Pineda. And, it came from that Legacy 7, which was the first one that we put on HDNet. Mm-hmm. I think that one got him a big shot, but yeah, you're right, man. After that, now it was
Andrew Craig after that. Lewis. And then other guys were getting Strikeforce deals like Brian Melanson, who you thought, okay, these guys are going to get that. But I'll tell you what, and I've said this publicly and I'll say it again. There was no way in a million years you would have ever convinced me that Derek Lewis would be the best UFC fighter to come out of this city, much less this state. Like, I mean, he's going to hold knockout records in the UFC. Who does that? Right. And you and I both watched this dude, fucking stink face Rakim Cleveland. Like, there was just like, there was no skill or technique. And Coach Tony was a great guy, but they just did like, you would have never, if I had to bet my house on who who would make it this far, it wouldn't have been Derek Lewis. And that just shows you how much he dedicated himself to it.
Yeah. And his and we underestimate his raw just power.
Yes.
You know, I mean, we knew, but we didn't know, like, against, you know, that next level, we didn't know what it would be like, because we always picture them as like this whole nother level. But now we realize, Derek is the top. You know, he's the hardest hitting person the UFC's ever seen. Yeah. And that's amazing, right? The hardest hitting guy that the UFC's ever had.
Honest to God, I didn't know he was the truth until I saw him with that comeback. I don't forget which Rochold brother it was.
Josh Rochold.
But he was getting, like, he was on his way to getting worked, right? Because, you know, he had the two losses with Sean Jordan. One of them was super controversial. The other one was kind of controversial. And I remember sitting in a bar in Houston watching Sean Jordan fight somebody else with Derek as he just Oh, he, to this day, I guarantee you, he's still is fucking angry about those two fights.
Yeah,
but
sure he is.
When he came back with that knockout victory, that's when I was like, oh, this guy is legit, serious.
His heart, man, his heart is like, that's the thing that you can't measure on him, is that no matter what happens, dude, he's never going to quit, and he's always going to try to win. He's going to, and he saves a little bit in his tank. So you think you got him, you know, you grapple him down, you kick his legs, he's holding his stomach, and then it's just one punch.
That's it. That's all he needs.
You get suckered in enough to let him get that one off, dude, and you're
done.
erased, zeroed.
Justin Swinford, one of the guys, we have a chat. I have a chat. I don't know. You probably never watched this show, and that's okay. Don't feel like you have to. But I have a chat going because we're live. And there's somebody had a question. Was the Power Ranger a part of that group?
He was. So the Power Rangers actually is what so the Power Rangers who got us the shot at HDNet. I believe that. I mean, don't get me wrong. Mick's the one who got it introduced, but a part of this was
Jason David Frank is his name, by the way.
Jason David Frank was, so if people had thought, man, he did a work fight, he did this, and we all have our suspicions. But
fam.
Here's the beauty of it is, I said, you know what we're going to do? We're going to make sure we're going to do a vote. We're going to have people vote on who they want him to fight. And he agreed to it. And he said, look, we'll pick 5 people for people to vote from, and we're going to do it online. And then whoever wins the vote, that's who he's going to fight in Legacy 7. So that way it was a deal where I'm not going to pick the fighter. We're going to agree on 5 people that all made sense. Jermaine Aniguam,
out of College Station.
Robert Machado. Or Machado, he was another. I don't remember who the others were. Maybe Chris Reed. I don't remember. But
Machado wouldn't have went well. I feel like. Rest in peace.
Yeah, Machado won, and dude, Machado was a beast too. And so I was like, dude, it's on. So we did this whole big promotion thing, and Access TV really liked it. And of course, it was a Power Ranger. But then
huge following.
JDF didn't show up, so he didn't take the fight. I don't remember what happened.
But he fought Mack Truck, and he fought our boy Chris Rose in the turtle outfit.
Yeah, Buffalo went after him. I can tell you that wouldn't have worked. No. I promise you that. Buffalo went after him. I was like, dude, he went after him, man. Buffalo was hunting his head. Dude, JDF is a beast. He's very good, very talented. But he was smart, man. He involved in fighting. I mean, he makes a great living off of doing Comic-Cons. So he doesn't have any business being there with some of these animals, you know. Yeah. As talented as he is, man, he's driving a pretty expensive automobile.
Loaded.
You know what I mean?
Loaded.
Yeah, he doesn't. I don't blame him. You know, he was smart. Man, if he lost to Machado, it would have been a lot of controversy, and Machado was definitely the most skilled guy. So with Jermaine's fights, so whatever, he didn't do it, but they kept their deal with us. They gave us a 1-fight deal with HDNet, and then they liked it. We had a good show. Daniel Pineda was on it. Carlo Prater. We had a lot of Houston guys on it, but it did well. And then they said, we'll give you one more show, and then one more, and then it grew. You know?
And isn't it amazing how all of that, because, and I mean, if we want to, I guess if you want to say it, then that's how the UFC kind of took notice of legacy and the fighters. And so do we really have to thank JDF for that? Because fuck, it's true though, right?
It's Mick. I mean, don't get me wrong. It's Mick. Mick's the one who masterminded this whole thing.
Okay.
But
please, thank God, because I didn't want to give that dude fucking credit.
No, JDF, look, we used JDF's name to get their attention for that first one. But the proof was in the pudding. Yeah, so when we put on the event, JDF wasn't there, right? So they came and they saw what Houston MMA was all about. And
if
it was
people
awesome.
Want to see good fights, go back and look at some of the old Cage Door videos of Daniel Pineda versus Ray Trujillo. Go watch that shit. Go watch. What do you think? What's the best fight you ever saw in Houston that the people could go watch? Just a local MMA. What was your favorite fight of all time? Where it was just like, holy shit.
Morano versus that Brazilian guy that he knocked out the last second. It was such a war. That was one of them.
Alex Morano.
Where he pulled off. Yeah, Jeff Rexroad when he pulled off the
Rex angle. Look, Google that.
That was a huge one.
Yeah.
Those two, the Rex angle, both those were so close, and then they ended in such dramatic fashion. Rex angle created a new submission name. You know what I mean? Like it was a brand new submission. No one had seen, at least I hadn't, and I've seen a lot of pro MMA.
The Gracies are doing a breakdown video of the Rex angle. What was it with on HDNet, which became Access TV? Their MMA program. Boss Rutan is freaking out. He's like, I've never. That dude's seen everything.
He got a bossy for that.
Yes,
and of course, it was called called the Rex angle by
was it Burmaster?
No, the guy that trains Joe Rogan used to the crazy pothead guy out in Cali.
10th Planet. Eddie.
Yes, 10th Planet. Eddie Bravo.
Eddie Bravo. Yeah,
Bravo's who coined the phrase the Rex angle.
That's outstanding.
That's pretty impressive.
Yeah.
Yeah. So look, that fight was definitely one of them. The Amy fights, no doubt. Charlie Ontiveros. I don't know that it's probably as good on TV, but when Charlie Ontiveros fought Levi West, I think in person that was the best fight I'd ever seen amateur wise.
And there's probably a video of it. So if you're an MMA fan and you want to see
it was so personal though that I think that was the difference, that people can't understand how personal that fight was. But that was they both were just such prospects, and they both. It was a great fight. It was a big build up, and then a great fight. But anyway, I'd say the Rex angle. Go see Rex angle.
That's part. Google Rex angle on YouTube, and you'll see legendary shit out of Houston. Do you miss it? Do you miss the fight game, Colin?
No, not at all.
I miss the family. I ain't gonna lie. I got so burned out after the Cage Door. I fucking hated MMA, and I kind of watch. I mean, I'm MMA adjacent now. I don't hate it anymore, but I think that we all. It was all we did. Like we all lived, eat, breathe, slept it for so long and so hard that I just personally got burned out and was like, I don't want to do this shit anymore.
Agreed. It wasn't as fun anymore. It became like a job. And then of course with Connor, I just want to spend time with my family after Connor got sick, and so he's still in school. Once he's out, I may do something at some point again. I may get back into matchmaking. I do one show a year myself. I do my own event a year, but it's a private event.
Nice.
And so I'd still do that, and it's a fun deal. So I get to stay a little bit involved, but
and then you go to UFC fights and fight people, and that's how you stay. That's how you stay in shape. Tell the truth.
Right.
After you fought, were you gassed? Because you didn't look like
no, not at all.
And people don't know, but when you grapple, it's work. Like it's exhausting to grapple. If you got to do it on your back or you're trying to hold them down, it can be tired. You weren't gassed at all?
Oh, not at all. I didn't use any energy, dude.
That's good.
None.
Yeah.
Now, and I still train. I trained at Gracie Baja Champions.
Nice.
3 times a week. So I'm rolling hard.
How old are you if you're still training? I feel like
48.
Oh my God, I'm 46 and I don't do shit. Like I get 12 steps a day. It's just me to my fridge and back to this desk. Oh my God.
Matter of fact, I'm going tonight. Yeah.
Are you really?
Monday or Tuesday. Yeah, I didn't train Monday or Tuesday because of my eye, but the swelling's all out of it, so I could train tonight.
Go! Dude, you're gonna teach a knee on belly class because that shit was chef's kiss. It was instinct too. You just did it right. You didn't even think. You just I need to get my knee on this dude's belly and control him from the top.
Right. Yeah,
beautiful.
Yep.
Man, this was outstanding. By the way, the chat fucking loved you. They're like, this is one of my favorite interviews ever. We're definitely doing this again. We're not gonna wait forever. We're gonna get a full hour in. I know you got to go to the doctor. But I was
Yeah,
like,
I'll tell you
okay.
what, I'll get Derek on here for you. I'll see if I can
Will
get Derek,
you?
man.
Bro,
Yeah,
you know, he ghosted like everybody, which I don't blame him. But the last number I had is like 10 years old. I was like, there's no way this dude still has this number.
You want to hear something funny? So
Yeah.
me too. I didn't have his number, and I went to this thing this weekend to. So me and Bob Perez are still great friends.
Crew Bob,
We
love
still do
Crew Bob.
stuff
Yeah.
We do stuff all the time. And we go to like concerts and stuff like that.
Oh, that's great.
Anyway, I did talk to him about Derek. I was like, man, we need to do something with Derek sometime. Well, anyway, he invited me to this event this past Friday before the UFC. It was a meet and greet with Derek. So I was like, oh, that's awesome. I'll get to see Derek. Derek saw him and he goes, he'd been drinking. He's like, dude, I miss you, man. You got such good energy, man. He said, man, what's your number? I gave him my number. I said, you ain't going to call me, man. He said, yeah, I am. And he's calling me every day.
No shit, dude. I'm telling you, Derek Lewis is the salt of the earth, one of the nicest people you could ever meet. Seriously.
It couldn't have happened to a better person.
Amen.
Everything that he's gotten.
Yeah.
And dude, what's funny is that he truly doesn't like the attention. He really doesn't. He's not comfortable with it. You know what I mean? But he does such a great job with it. He knows how to make money. He knows how to, he's so smart. That's the funniest thing is he's one of the funniest people that I know, but quiet. You know what I mean?
So quiet. And you would never like with his interviews, he does great and he says the right things and makes people laugh. My balls was hot. Like that dude is fucking already like, come on. It's just, you have to be super. You can't be just some dumb jock fighter to pull all that off and then still win fights. So totally agree. Well, dude, this was amazing. We're definitely doing this again. You are a fan favorite already of this show. And you know you've been a favorite of mine for years. Oh, you stop it. I love you more. No, you hang up. Buddy, go to the doctor. I appreciate you, man. This was so outstanding. We got to do this again for sure.
All right, brother. Have a good one.
All right. That is Collin Cantrell, my pal, my buddy. Holy shit. What a fun time. I hope you enjoyed that interview. I know a lot of you are not MMA fans, but I'm telling you right now, it's not often that something like that happens. It kind of goes viral, and then you get to talk to the guy and you get to reminisce about the first time he fought a legend in MMA. I've been wanting to do that forever, and this was perfect time to do that. So let's do this. We're going to take a quick break. I'm going to go pee. I got a Whisker Wednesday video for you. When we come back, I have 3 animals for you to adopt. Plus, we need to talk a little bit about, I've got a couple things. We got Coach of the Year honors already in basketball. Plus, we'll talk some Chiefs football. A Chinese businessman purchased a soccer team so his fat son could play. So we're going to do all that, plus a whole lot more. This is Barry on Deck. I'm your host, Barry Laminack. Stick around through this quick break, and we're back right after this. Don't go anywhere.
Let's compare the sound of her little flipper flopper feet on different surfaces. Which one's your favorite?
planned our entire wedding photo shoot around getting a pic with our cat. She normally is afraid of everything, but she was so happy that day.
You think I'm cute? Yes or no?
Hey, welcome back to hour number 2 of Barry on Deck. I'm your host, Barry Laminack. Thank you guys for sticking around through the break. Those of you that did, those of you that didn't are just fucking idiots because you're about to miss a good second hour of the show. We hadn't even really gotten into the meat and potatoes of this yet. I'm super excited, though, that I got to get Collin in. I hope you enjoyed that interview. I already texted him. I said, you killed it. You got to come back. He's got more stories to tell. It's just a genuinely good energy. And I'm not one of those, I like your aura and your energy. But Collin has that energy, man, where you just like the guy. He's so likable and so fun. So I hope you enjoyed that interview. All right, let's get to it because we still have a lot that I prepped for. And it is a Whisker Wednesday. So we always bring you 2 animals that are adoptable from Special Pals. And today is no different. Special Pals, if you don't know, go to specialpals.org to see all of their adoptable animals and learn how you can help the organization. They're open Wednesday through Sunday, 12 to 4 p.m. for adoptions. All of the dogs and cats that you adopt from Special Pals will come fully vaccinated. They'll be microchipped, either spayed or neutered, and up to date on their flea and heartworm prevention medications. So listen, there's no reason to not go and get one of these cuties. Oh my God, look at that. Holy shit, this is Sam and Jack. It is kitten season at Special Pals. These 2-month-old brothers were saved from an overcrowded shelter and given a second chance at Special Pals. Look at him. Sam loves to be petted and be close to his people. Jack is more playful and is very curious. Take them both home and get the best of both cat personalities. Look at those 2 cutie patooties right there. Kind of looks like Collin's cat a little bit, only like a 1/10 of the size. So this is Sam and Jack. If you want to adopt Sam and Jack, all you got to do, go to specialpals.org, log on. You can see them just show up Wednesday through Sunday, 12 to 4 p.m. That's when they do their adoptions. And that's when you'll be able to get them. And yes, they were definitely, so don't break them up, assholes. All right, listen, this is Spring. I live in Spring. That sounded weird. Spring is a 1-year-old terrier mix. She is a simple girl. She'll trade fuzzy, squeaky toys for face kisses and cuddles any day. Won't we all, Spring? Won't we all? She is great at walking on a leash. She is crate trained, and she is a shy pooper. So you need to be aware of that. Like most deckheads, she'll do best by being led into the backyard by herself to poop in privacy. Amen, Spring. I'm with you. All you got to do is just give me the backyard to myself and let me poop, and I'm good. Don't watch me. I don't need you looking at me while I take my dog Duke. So if you want to adopt Spring, just go to specialpals.org. Spring will come fully vaccinated and microchipped and up to date on flea and heartworm prevention and spayed or neutered or whatever it is. All the animals come that way Wednesday through Sunday, 12 to 4 p.m. Check out the website, specialpals.org. Yesterday I didn't do this and I meant to, but I need to give you guys a fantasy basketball update for Barry on Deck. So here is how it shook out. These were the standings in the Barry on Deck Fantasy Basketball League. Walt finished the season at 15-1. Lil Uzi Vert finished 14-2. Riley Delisandre finished 6-10. Chris Davis, Mr. Basketball, finished 5-11. Total joke. Graylane Bell, a.k.a. Total Dallas, was 3-13, and House finished 2-14. Legitimately, House might be the worst fantasy player I've ever seen in my whole fucking life. I've never seen House finish better than last in anything fantasy related. From now on, House's teams just need to be named dog shit, because that's what they are. Over in the East, Sylvia is a beast. She went 14-2. Put it on everybody over there, including Charles Garza And Brandon Martinez, who finished 11-5 and 10-6. White Magic, the other basketball savant, I'm making air quotes, but you can't see it, finished 7-9. And then Black Sheep finished 5-11, and Truck Driver Pookie finished 4-12. If you didn't know, there was the championship games. It was Lil Uzi versus Walt, and it wasn't even close. Walt runs away with it, 33-05 to 23-37. Here's the crazy thing. Lil Uzi's only 2 losses of the season were to Walt. He went 14-2 on the year, and both losses were to Walt. And then Sylvia wins the consolation bracket, beating Charles Garza 26-42 to 2019 to get 3rd in the league. So there is your Barry on Deck fantasy updates. Hey, real quick before we get into more, because I do have more, I want to tell you guys real quick about Dan's Seafood and Wings. If you don't know, Dan's is the place. If you're looking for some of the best crawfish, some of the best seafood in the city of Houston, get over to Dan's Seafood and Wings. Check them out online, eatatdans.com. I have the favorites on the list, but I'm going to tell you right now, the boiled spicy shrimp is by far a must-have. You need to do it. You need to get over there if you love seafood. But try their, here's what I would do if I were you. I'd mix the boiled spicy shrimp with the crawfish, get the garlic butter seasoning or the extra spicy, either one. It's the best. CC plus Dan's equals nom nom. PK knows, I'm telling you guys. The deckheads that have gone to Dan's absolutely love it. They vouch for it and they wouldn't lie to you. They just wouldn't say anything if they didn't like it. It is that good. Francisco loves Dan's. Everybody loves Dan's. So get out there, eatatdans.com. Put some Dan's in your mouth. Okay. I don't know why I say that. Hey, can I give a shout out real quick to the deckettes? Thanks for buying me lunch, ladies. It was delicious. You knew Daddy was going to spend that fucking gift card right away. Okay, let's get to some sports. We haven't talked any sports at all. If you hadn't heard, the Chiefs, here we go. This is the main story. So the Chiefs, this isn't really a big story, but I did find this interesting. If you hadn't looked already, Chiefs are favored in 16 of their 17 games going into the next season, 2021. So there's a link to, they've done all the betting lines already for 2021. Their only game that they're not favored in is a pick'em, and it's against Tampa Bay in Week 12. So, it says for the Bucs, the exception came in Week 3 at the Rams. I'm sorry. The Chiefs are 16 of 17 games where they are favored to win. It says the Chiefs are favored each week with the exception of Week 3 where a pick'em line is installed for Sunday night game against Baltimore. I'm sorry, it wasn't the Bucs. The Bucs are a pick'em against the Colts, which is kind of weird. That's pretty dominant. Just so you're aware, though. So for all my gambling folks out there. Now, let's talk about this. Let's talk about, look, I don't need to see me on a soccer field, okay? This dude is shaped like a light bulb. I'm not fat shaming. I'm just saying I like my athletes athletic. As John Wesley said today on the Sports Riot Facebook group, he put the ham in championship. Yeah, damn it. Copyright John Wesley 2021. That is a funny fucking line. Here's the deal. So this dude's dad bought the soccer team. And not only did he put his son on the team, his 273-pound son, not only did he put him on the team, he put himself on the team. The dad put himself on the team. The dad's name is He Shu Hu. He bought the Zibo Kuju. He recently became the principal shareholder at second division side Zibo Kuju. I guess I'm saying this right. I really don't know. So he bought it. He gave himself the jersey 10, which is usually given to the team's best or most creative player. But he was like, no, I own this team, so I'm doing it. I get the jersey 10. Put himself in a game, didn't do anything. And then put his son in the game. And I actually have video highlights of his son playing. Check this shit out. Uh-oh. So here he comes. Go get him, big boy. He is the Jared Lorenzen of Chinese soccer. He is the Bartolo Colon of the Zebo Kuji. Let's just marvel at his wow. Look at that. Look how he lays back and then just nope. I don't want that. Don't give that to me. Here we go. Corner kick. Yay! That's a terrible corner kick, and I don't know shit about soccer. Like, what are we doing here, fam? What was that? Yo. I mean, oh, big boy got moves. Big boy, he's like, give it back. He's like, I don't want it. And then he just turns it over. Come on, fam. So this dude, Fidel said he's the Humpty Dumpty of soccer. So this dude, he couldn't play soccer. So his dad buys the team. So his big ass son, look, I don't begrudge people with money. If you got money, good for you. Do your thing. But why are you going to buy a whole ass soccer team so your son can boost his self-esteem by playing with a bunch of professionals, knowing goddamn well we all got eyes. We can all see it. And again, this isn't the case of, he's just a big dude. He's just an athlete. You know, he's like, so we have a new Facebook group. It's a Sports Riot show Facebook group. It's not a page, it's a group. You can find it on Facebook. But John Wessling wanted to talk about the Fat Athlete Hall of Fame. And, you can name a ton of guys that are overweight. Roy Nelson, Babe Ruth, Bartolo Colon, CC Sabathia, like John Daly. These are all names that we were nominating in the group to be in that Hall of Fame. This dude ain't making that list. I mean, goddamn, did you see him playing soccer? He played soccer like a spoiled fat kid. That's exactly what it was. I mean, Eusebio wasn't that fat, Steven. He's not that fat. Dude is built like a dumpling. What the hell was that? Did y'all hear my doorbell go off? It's just a UPS guy. Never know these days. Got to keep strapped. Give him a weapon. Craig Stadler. Ooh, nice. Andy Reid in the punt, pass, and kick. No, he better not have cut through my... AJ Bryan said, me. I'm in the Fat Boy Hall of Fame. There's a lot of, especially when you talk about like combat, like somebody mentioned Butterbean. There's plenty of fat athletes, okay? Plenty. That dude's not an athlete. He's just fat. Like that's just, you can't be, if you're going to be in it, you got to fill both roles. You got to fill the fat role, get it? And then you got to fill the athlete role. You can't just be fat and be like, I'm an athlete. No, you're not. You're just fat and your dad's rich. And that's how it works. Yep, Roy Nelson was on that list. Whole lot. In fact, you can look for Sports Riot on Facebook. You'll find the group. Go in there. It's a good group. We're already chilling and kicking it and having a good time. So go check it out on there. So I just found that to be, and shout out to White Magic. Yeah, Jerome Bettis is a good one. Somebody said Jaworski Lane. There's a lot of fat athletes that can play. And appreciate White Magic for bringing that to my attention because holy shit, the video alone is worth it. Absolutely worth it to watch him running around kicking that shit. All right. So I forgot to do this, and it is a Whisker Wednesday. And I have another animal for you. This is Richard. And Richard has a penis on his face, unfortunately. But Richard is an amazing cat. Richard likes to be petted. He does hiss and spit a lot. Most of the time, he's a big old softy. And he loves to play with balls. So if you guys looking to put a little Richard in your life, boy, do I have one for you. Why am I just saying, bro, I hate you. Hey, listen, they all ain't gonna be. They can't all be home runs. Sometimes you gotta knock a few singles around the yard. All right. Shout out to Uzi for bringing this to my attention. Basically, what happened is somebody did this on the "Am I the Asshole" on Reddit, and they were like, "Look, we saw this cat. It's got a dick on its face. We wanted to." She said, "Wait, what are we selling here?" Oh my goodness. BB said, "Go Saints." That is not a fleur de lis. Isn't that what it's called? A fleur de lis? No, that is a fleur de PP. That is not a fleur de lis. It does look like a big old dick and balls on his face. And he's got like a dirty taint. If that was the dick and balls, his bottom chin is the taint. Has to be. Dirty taint cat. That's what this is. Old dirt taint. But Uzi sent this to me, and somebody adopted this cat and named it Richard for real. So this is not, by the way, this is not in any way, shape, or form associated with Special Pals. This is just me acting like a fucking idiot on this show. Surprise. I'm acting like a fucking idiot on this show. But these people, this was on the "Am I the Asshole" on Reddit. And I'm going to read you this story about Richard the dick-faced cat. It said, 4 months ago, my fiance and I were looking to adopt a cat. We found this black and white one. It's got a penis on its face. I'm not going to lie. I found it to be funny. So did my fiance. So we went out to meet the cat. He was super sweet. We took him home, but the shelter said they didn't know his name and that we could give him one of our own. Seeing how we thought of the cat having a penis on his face would be the first thing anyone would notice, we named him Richard as an icebreaker. My father, whose name is Richard, found it pretty funny and harmless, as did our other guests, until my sister-in-law visited. She said it was completely inappropriate and a disservice to the cat and the cat's feelings, since I made fun of him with his name unbeknownst to the cat himself, and that it, quote, can be categorized as a unphysical animal abuse. You call your dick-faced cat Richard, and it is unphysical animal abuse, apparently. This person went on to say, I told her that the cat doesn't even speak English, so his feelings aren't hurt at all. So I don't see the problem. She then got mad at my fiance because he's enabling me to abuse an animal. Wait a minute. Stop. Time out. So this is a chick that got a dick-faced cat named it Richard? No, she's a keeper. She said she got mad at my fiance because he's enabling me to abuse an animal who can't control what coat pattern it has. So now she's ghosted us. So she wants to know, is she the asshole for naming her dick-faced cat Richard? No. They adopted the cat. It's fucking funny. Chill the fuck out. The fact of the matter is the cat is living way better at their house being called Richard and getting attention from everybody that comes over than it ever would have been at the shelter. So shut the fuck up, lady. Sister-in-law, you dumb fuck. That's pretty awesome, though. I would like to have a cat like that. That would be pretty dope. If I had a cat with a penis on its face, I wish Oliver had just a big old honking dong right up the middle of his snoot. That'd be pretty awesome. Alas, he does not. Anyways, thanks to Uzi for that. Katie was like, oh no, I absolutely would have just named him Dick. Why not, right? I mean, you don't have to name him Cock because there's nobody on this planet is named Cock, right? Like nobody's like, hello, my name's Cockerson or whatever the fuck he would be called. I don't know why he would be Australia. That was for Sydney. Yeah, Dick. There's people named Dick. Dick Clark. Dick Vermeil. Dick the dick-faced cat. I would have named him Verga King. Okay. You're not getting me with that again. I'm like, oh, I love that. I love that stuff. With French fries? Cece's an asshole. I'll never forget that as long as I live. All right, let's get to it. We still have other things to talk about. I didn't get to this yesterday. Actually, you know what? We're going to do this since it's Whisker Wednesday. One more thing I want to talk about when it comes to pets and pet owners, and then we're going to get into a little more sports. But fuck, we did a whole hour of street fighting and MMA. What more do you want? There was a survey out that the average person spends $111 each month, or over $13,000 over 10 years on their pets. That seems like a lot of money. I don't feel like I spend $111 on Oliver, but then cat food can be expensive depending on what you buy. It says examples, the typical pet owner spends $176 on initial supplies and adoption fees. Oh, no, contraire, mon frere. You won't spend that much at Special Pals. After that, they spend another $111 every month for their care. I don't feel like that's the case, but I could be wrong. But there's some infographics. 1 in 3 pet owners believes their pet will make them a better parent someday. And if you think that, you're fucking not fit to be a parent. I want to know from the parents in the crowd right now. Sorry, I keep popping my peas into this bullshit. I got to know from the parents in the crowd, how many of you think that owning a cat or a dog made you a better parent or prepared you to be a parent? I'm curious. I don't have kids. If owning Oliver was preparation for me being a dad, my kid would spend all their time in the back room at night because it won't stop jumping on my fucking bed at night and let me sleep. Yeah, I guess so. Cat food and litter. Yeah. Ben said, I believe that my wife's stupid, lazy ass cat food costs 68 cents a unit of nasty ass, smelly canned foot. I think you meant food. You probably meant food. But if you're buying your cat canned foot, I think there's laws against that. Justin said take the over. Yeah, absolutely not. So Shelby doesn't think that owning animals prepares you for parenthood. Katie said it prepared me not to be bothered by the weird smells. Okay. What kind of animals did you have, Katie? That's weird. Dallas said 100% not. No, sir. Owning a pet does nothing. So who are these fucking morons? D-Motto said no. Nope. By Katie. Brandon said nope. Never. Pets don't help. Didn't prepare me for shit, says Jeremy Binniger. So who is the 1 in 3 of you that are fucking idiots that think, well, I own this hamster. I'm going to be a great mom. Andrea Yates probably thought that. Half people think taking care of their furry friend has made them more responsible. I hate to tell you this, but if you're not responsible before, you're not going to be responsible later. So it may teach you to have a little more discipline. But being disciplined to feed an animal or walk it or whatever is a lot different than being responsible for another life. It's just not even close. On average, millennials wait the longest to schedule a vet visit. Apparently, millennials will wait 9 days after something happens to their animal. I knew these goddamn millennials were fucking idiots. Generation X, which is my generation, will wait 6 days, along with Generation Z, who waits 6 days, and boomers, people over the age of 57 will wait 3 days before scheduling a vet visit. So there you go. And Carter said pets don't have explosive shit that comes out of their diapers and goes up their back, the neck. Nope, doesn't help at all. Jesus. Well, if ever I was even considering getting another pet. No. I mean, a kid. Well, I imagine it definitely helped me know all my kids are spayed, neutered, and microchipped for their protection. There you go. Amos said, no. I had dogs my whole life. Dogs are pretty much hands-on at 6 months. Kids, you're on their ass until they're 21. Well, there you go. Just so stupid, some of the shit that they'll say. And that people believe. Unbelievable. Sorry. I am getting my ducks in a row because I didn't have my reads up. Can I share with you guys something? Can I share with you the greatness of Hemp Vita? Can I do that, please? Can I do that? Guys, if you have not been to hempvitacbd.com yet and ordered you some night-night gummies and you are having trouble sleeping, what are you waiting on? Okay, look, so Liebeshock texted me. He's like, bro, where do you get your edibles? I'm like, I don't get edibles. I get gummies from hempvitacbd.com. He's like, do you really? I said, yeah. He said, well, I tried CBD. It didn't help me sleep. He said, I tried melatonin. That didn't help me sleep. I said, oh, well, have you tried Hemp Vita's nighttime gummies that have CBD, CBN, melatonin, and chamomile, and 25 milligrams of CBD? He's like, oh, snap. No. I said, try that, because I took 2. Bottle says take 1. I like to point out, bottle says take 1. I took 2 of them and slept for 13 hours straight. I was pretty much Rip Van Winkle at that point. Best sleep I've had in months. I scaled back to 1.5, and if I got to get up in the morning and get shit done, I take 1. So I want you to try that as well. It may not cure what ails you, but damn it, it's worth a shot if you're not sleeping. So go to hempvitacbd.com right now. Use that promo code DECKHEAD15. You're going to save 15% on your order. And while you're there, if you got achy joints or muscles or whatever, do yourself a favor and grab some of that CBD gel. If you don't know what CBD is good for, inflammation. It's been known to help with inflammation, pain relief, insomnia, anxiety, seizures, relaxation, and so much more. Check them out online. They've got stuff for your pets as well, and it is a Whisker Wednesday, so hit them up. hempvitacbd.com. Use that promo code DECKHEAD15. Save that 15%. Steven said deckheads are either a bunch of realists or hate their kids. Okay. Yes. And Carter wants to know, how do you take 1.5 gummies, bite the head off the second one and save the butt? Yeah. Well, they're circles. The Hemp Vita gummies aren't shaped like a gummy bear. It's just a circle, just a gummy circle. And I'll bite a half and put it back in the thing. It's my gummies. I don't give a fuck. So yeah, I'll take 1.5 gummies. You can cut it if you don't want to bite it. Cut it. Fidel said, I'm ordering the night-night gummies when I get paid on Friday. The OTC stuff ain't working for me. There you go. Nora does this shit. Her family, like her dad would do that shit. You'd go over their house, there'd be a half-ripped tortilla. Her mom would make homemade tortillas. Oh my God, by the way, best tortillas on the planet. Shout out Miss Lucio for legitimately making, she's an amazing cook to begin with. But the tortilla, oh fuck! They're orgasmic, these tortillas that my mother-in-law makes. Unbelievable. I show them my O face every time. Nonetheless, you go over there and there'll be a half a fucking tortilla in the stack. And Nora is the culprit. She always just tears one in half and eats I'm like, who the fuck eats half a tortilla? Just eat the tortilla. If you can eat half, you can eat the whole. I just need a little bit, just this. Well, don't put it back in the fucking pile. Here I am. My big fat ass rolls through trying to grab a stack full. There's a goddamn half a tortilla mixed in there. I don't need that. I got to throw that sumbitch away. Nobody throws those away. I still eat it. If I was going to eat 4, I eat 4.5. That's how that goes. Shelby, you raggedy bastard. Why are you out here leaving half a tortilla in the stack? That is terrible. So that's what I do with the gummies now. I get her back. Yes, and that also, don't share food. The guys that I was with this weekend in Corpus, Nathaniel and his girlfriend Uraldi, they share food, freak me the fuck out. I've never been that guy. Like, don't touch my food, and don't ask me for my food, and no, I don't want any of your food. I got this because this is what I wanted. I didn't get this so I could share it with 1,000 people or my wife. Either one. If she wanted some of this, then she should have ordered this. But I got this. I'm going to eat this. I don't believe in sharing food. And I don't think you should touch another man's food or another woman's food. And if you touch my food, it's on site. we're going to fight. Nora is not a fry stealer. She knows better. She knows. If you're going to take one fry, fuck it. You can just have them. I don't want them back. You just touched my goddamn fries. I don't need that. Now, we will do this thing where she'll have something I've never had and she'll be like, try it, take a bite. And I'm like, no, I'm good. And occasionally, if I have something so delicious that I think it would make her happy, I can put all of that aside and offer it up to her. Hello, my love. Would you like to try this? But it has to come from me. And I think that's the difference, right? That's about the only time that I can share my food is if, I love Nora. She's my best friend. She's my soulmate. She's my everything. So if I think, oh, Nora would really like this, I want to offer it to her. And so I'll wait until I've had what satisfies me, and I'll savor a bite or two, and I'll be like, you want to try this? 99% of the time in this house, when one of us offers the other one, it's turned down. No thanks. If I wanted that, I would have got it. That's usually what we say. I don't want that. If I wanted that, I would have got it. But it's good, babe. I think you'll like it. No, I don't want to try it. And I'll be like, okay, but I'm going to remember this. Do y'all ever have this conversation? Okay, but I'm going to remember this when you want me to try something. Because you're going to be like, oh my God, try this fried turtle dick with sauerkraut. And I'm like, no. And you're like, but I tried your squid vag with butthole juice. And I was like, yeah, but that was delicious. I don't know. We eat some weird stuff. Okay. So I'm not crazy. Okay. By the way, turtle dick. Wow, it's delicious. White Magic says, so you don't have to order something she likes so she can take some? What do you mean? No, I order what the fuck. I'm not ordering for her. I'm ordering for me. She has her order and I have my order. We're not fucking like, hey, do you want, can you just put pickles on half of the burger? Cause she doesn't like pickles and lettuce. So can you just lettuce up half of that? No, fuck no. I tell you what, you get a burger how you want it. And if you only eat half of it, cause that's all you wanted, cool, fam. We'll just throw that money away. But I'm not fucking changing it's my order. And I wouldn't expect her to change her order. This is not how life works, people. We don't live in a goddamn commune. We're not just sharing shit. I'm an adult. I order my food and I fucking eat it and I don't want nobody touching it. But if she asked, I probably, just because I don't want to get in trouble. She was like, that looks really good. Can I have a bite? I guess. But it's got to be I have to. You can't, I swear, don't ever just reach on my plate. I will end our friendship. And y'all fucking around and think when next time you see me and we meet up for a deckhead meetup and we're having food and you fucking grab a french fry off my plate joking. I'm telling you, you can go fuck yourself. You think correcting my spelling is bad? And man, grab some shit off my plate and find out. I'm getting fucking infuriated with that shit. It's rude, it's dirty, it's nasty, it's disgusting. And bitch, I ordered this, you didn't. What does Cece say? Cece said, I'm keto. I use the air fryer for my baby dick. Just, oh, you deleted it. See, I don't see when y'all delete your stuff. If you post it, it's popping up over here. If you, yeah, she said I meant baby turtle dick. Okay, well, at least you clarified, Cece. It's a typo. It's okay. No one thought you were weird. No one thought you were weird, okay? That's so funny. I wish they would show me this was deleted. Fidel sent me too. I like that Cece's like, Fidel likes baby dick also. It's not just Fidel really said me too. Mine was a typo. Fidel's like, I'm in. Fidel said me too. Donna snitching. We all saw it, Cece, you baby dick cooking weirdo. Oh my God. This is hilarious. Cece out here just air frying baby dick. Oh, and it was funny when I ate Vandegar with French fries. Oh, hilarious, you baby dick eating weirdo. Oh, this is such a good point though, Cece. All jokes aside, that commercial is fucking infuriating. I would have left her. She'd been like, and I'd have been like, hey, you know what? Fuck this. And I'd have just walked off, and I would have gotten in the car, and I'd have drove off, and I would have left her selfish hamburger stealing ass at that fucking Whataburger. And I hope you got minutes on your phone so you can call you a fucking Uber, because this is done. Give me my patty melt, bitch. I'm out. Oh my gosh, this chat is fucking amazing. Incarnate said, from Congo to baby. My, how things have progressed. Air fried baby turtle dick on the menu at the new Barry on Deck restaurant. Well, it is a seafood restaurant. Everyone thinks Barry on Deck is a seafood restaurant. I mean, if we're going to serve seafood, what's more seafood than baby turtle dick? Huh? Oh, it's too late now, you baby dick loving Fidel. Fidel's like, no, I was talking about the commercial. No, you said you love to air fry your baby dick. We saw it. We all saw it. Jesus said, minutes on your phone? Are we back in the night? Bro, Jason, some people still have minutes on their phone, man. Some people still get minutes on their phone. Leave them people be, okay? Don't judge lest not you be judged, or whatever the fuck it is. I don't know how it goes. I've never read the Bible. Do I want to do any? I don't want to do any more sports. Like, I'm all sportsed out from yesterday. Okay, so let's do this story. Where is it? No, app control. Here we go. Roger Bingo. Hey, this guy here will let you control his life. Shelby said, PETA has entered the chat. Well, not just PETA. What is PETA? People eating turtle anus. Yeah, that's also on the menu at Barry on Deck. Okay? It's all there. Turtle dick, turtle anus. Yeah. PETA. It's all the same. Okay. There is an app that lets you pay to control another person's life. So this dude that you're looking at, his name is Brandon Wong. And he is on a new app called New. That's what it's called. N-E-W, New. Brandon recently couldn't decide what takeaway to order, so he asked his followers on New to choose for him. Those that wanted to get involved paid $5 to vote in a poll, and the majority verdict was what was the thing that he should eat, which was Korean food. So that's what he bought. He said, I couldn't decide between Chinese and Korean. I put it on New. They chose. He said, I joined back in March and I post 3 or 4 times a week. I now have over 1,700 total votes. Hold on a goddamn minute. If my math serves me correctly, 1,700 votes, and you're getting $5 a vote. This dude's made $8,500 since March by letting people vote on his life. Yeah, I'm in. Let's go. So this new app was developed by Courtney Smith out of Los Angeles. It's in beta. It says it's a human stock market where you buy shares in the lives of real people in order to control their decisions and watch the outcome. Kind of weird. It says for many of us, it sounds a bit ominous, but in reality, it's actually far less alarming. It's aimed at what it calls creators, which are writers, painters, musicians, fashion designers, bloggers, fledgling YouTube fuckfaces. But it gives their fans and followers on social media a way to connect and monetize the connection. So where's the part where it says, whenever a vote is cast, the creator gets money minus Nunu's undisclosed commission. The creator sets the question and the choice of two answers. Their followers get to vote and can pay to do so as many times as they like. They don't get their money back regardless of which way the results goes. In addition to voting, followers can also pay extra from $20 a month to ask a new creator to do something of their choosing, such as naming a character in a book after them. But the creator can reject all of those bids, and if they do so, then the follower doesn't have to part with the money. Kind of interesting. I wonder, maybe I'll start doing Nunu polls for topics. No, I don't know. Honest to God, I'm sitting there looking at this thinking, what would I use this for? I feel like, and I guess I'm old school in this regard, but I feel like it would be inappropriate, David. Inappropriate. I feel like it would be inappropriate to be like, hey, let's do a poll where everyone has to pay to vote. For example, on Sports Riot, we wanted to see what you guys wanted to call each other. Rioters, Rioteers, or the Riot Squad. It just seems like a cash grab to get. Now, so Fidel said you could use it on jokes. No, see, I don't want to sell out my art for that. And I'm not that artsy fartsy. This is who but I would rather have a good joke that I wrote than that I sold for $50 so that people could vote on it at $5 a pop. So I don't know. Like, maybe if you narrow down your baby's name, right? And you're like, all right, we're going to call it Richard or Dick. Pick one. And then you let people vote. That might be because if you're happy with either one, then it doesn't matter. You have to be comfortable with the outcome before you put up the poll, I guess. Oh, here's a good one. Hey, chat. This would be a good one. Should we do a show on Friday? So here's the deal. There probably won't be a show on Friday. Tomorrow, I'm on the road and headed to Wichita. John Westling will be here. We're going to get him set up, and he is going to fill in again. But I planned on doing a show on Friday, but now I think let's just take the day off. Let's just all take a Friday off, and we'll reconvene on Monday. There's a wait list to create polls. Is that the thing? Can you only do one at a time? What a dumbass app. I don't know. Somebody figure out how I can use Nunu without ripping people off. All right, so let's bounce. It's 3:55. Daddy's going to start his run to Wichita. Hey, fun week. Interesting week. We learned a lot. We laughed, we cried, we rage quitted. We had amazing guests. Christopher Hart, Collin Cantrell today. So excited he joined me for that story. Tomorrow I am driving to Wichita. It's a 9-hour drive. So in my steed, the very funny, hilarious, and outstanding John Westling will be hosting Barry on Deck. And then on Friday, probably no show. But we pick it back up on Monday again, and I still owe you one extra show for the week, so fear not. Jen and I have been discussing that, and that will be a thing. There will be a makeup show. There will be an extra show in May, just like there will be every month. So that's going to happen. When, where, how, why, I don't know yet, but we'll make it happen. Maybe I'll let you guys vote on Nunu about it. So until I see you again on Monday, be good to my buddy John. I know you will. You guys love him and he loves you. And I would ask that you do me 3 favors. Be safe. Be kind. And most importantly, love each other. I'll see you guys Monday. Y'all have a fantastic weekend. By the way, tomorrow is Jenny's mom's birthday. So happy birthday, Jenny's mom. I love you to death. I won't be on here, but I love you.